What up, bro? Good morning from Harlem, New York City. We are at Sylvia's, a legendary soul food restaurant on Malcolm X Boulevard, just north of 125th Street. It's an 11 a.m. on a Saturday. Perfect time for brunch at Sylvia's, AKA the queen of soul food. There are a lot of options to go with, but I chose the Harlem style fried chicken and waffle. Fried chicken and waffle is just a legendary combination. And let's dig into the waffle first. Got plenty of butter on that, little bit of syrup. I am the MVP of cutting up food. Get a little bit of butter here. Get a double bite, chicken and waffle. Look at that. Great, yeah, thank you. That chicken has a crispy skin with good batter, amazing spices and herbs. Then the waffle is very waffly. Good butter and syrup combination. And when you bite everything at once, it's like biting into the world's most delicious breakfast sandwich that you can get in Harlem. Chicken is not super oily. Meat's very tender and juicy. It's also a very beautiful plate. Lots of butter. That's a phenomenal 5-star combo. The waffle is crispy on the outside. It's light and airy, nice and thick. The butter and the syrup just, take it to a new level. And then with that chicken on the side, just insanely good. Great plate right here. We also got some fried shrimp, golden fried shrimp with collard greens, traditional style, baked macaroni and cheese. I'll try the collard greens first. You can get them vegetarian as well. Greeny. Get a nice big bite of the mac and cheese. Maybe a little cheese pull. Mini cheese pull, I guess. Ooh. It's an all-star combination of cheeses, great pasta, still has a good chewiness to it. Just a very creamy overall texture. These two, mac and cheese and collard greens together, mamma mia. And of course I gotta try a piece of fried shrimp. And the rest of squeeze some lemon on it, a little dipping sauce. I don't know what it is, but. Wow. Very meaty, chewy shrimp. Expertly spiced. This is another amazing plate. Both of these together, we chose correctly. And we got started off with the homemade traditional cornbread with butter, a little bit of water on the side. I'm gonna dig into these plates. Bon appetit. All right, bro, you know that I just love a good New York City bakery, and a brand new one that just opened up across the street from Golden Diner is Bahn by Lauren. It's in the Two Bridges neighborhood of Manhattan. It's a French-style bakery with many Vietnamese twists. For example, the flavors, and we're about to get into all of that. We got a nice box which includes a sampling of their baked goods. We got the bang bon nuong, that's a rice and tapioca flour cake, aka honeycomb cake. It's flavored with pandan and coconut, 2 macaron, 1 red oolong, 1 pandan, and we also got a chiffon cake. They have a couple to choose from, including Vietnamese coffee, and I almost snatched that one up, but I figured, you know what? They're all about that green. So if you love pandan, you gotta get your pandan loving booty over to the Two Bridges neighborhood so you could sample Bahn by Lauren. They just opened up, started off as a pop-up, did a whole Kickstarter and all that stuff. And as far as the chiffon cake, it's got more coconut and pandan flavors. So I don't even know what a pandan tastes like, but I'm about to find out, clearly. And any bakery in New York City would be positively worthless if they didn't serve caffeinated drinks. So of course, I had to go for some coffee. Of course, they got a whole spread of Vietnamese coffee brought to you by Necessary Coffee Beans. I think that name's a little too on the nose, a little too obvious for me. I wasn't feeling a bunch of milk and sugar in my drink since I have so much here in the baked good. So I just got a black flash chilled coffee. It's sort of like a cold brew, just a bit more aromatic. If you have your coffee with a ton of half and half and sugar, you're not gonna know what I'm talking about. Get on your coffee game, son. The only non-green item in our box, red oolong macaron. It's so delicate, just like a macaron should be. Great temperature. That filling is the right consistency, sort of like in between jelly and a dry crumble. The outside is a thin layer of crispiness. Just such a good macaron, the pandan. And they also had a French vanilla one, which we'll have to try next time for sure. But you know, we're not trying to lay into a sugar coma today. Absolutely delicious, beautifully colored. It's almost like you're celebrating St. Patrick's Day when you go to Bahn by Lauren. There's just so much green everywhere. Makes you feel lucky, if I'm being honest. I might go buy a scratch off after this.
What do you think?
Here is the bang bo nuong, aka honeycomb cake. No bees were harmed in the making of this honeycomb cake. I asked.
It looks so spongy.
It's very spongy, a little wiggly and jiggly. Of course, you got that green flavor, and they put it in this little film bag for you.
It's perfect so you can see the green.
Absolutely perfect, so you can see that green with the brown on the outside. The consistency is interesting. It's almost like eating a pizza with no toppings on it. Pandan honeycomb part is very soft and squishy, but also so textured to where it's almost maybe like a focaccia style texture.
Mixed with mochi.
It's somewhere in between a focaccia and a mochi if those two had a baby. Good flavor, not overly sweet. Just because you're going to a bakery doesn't mean you want a pound of sugar in your digestive system. And here's that coffee to wash it all down. Very good coffee. They had a really popular drink going out the door where they were having the Vietnamese coffee with a swirl of whipped cream on top. I mean, everybody was ordering that, but I tend not to be a follower. I wanted my own thing. No milk or sugar for me today. Maybe next time. And finally, we got this chiffon cake. Gonna try our best to show you what that looks like. I'll get me a nice fork full, so we could see this layered up cake. That's beautiful. They're always after me, lucky cakes. The cream is so light, airy, and whipped. It's really good. Nothing here is overdone. Textures are perfect, the flavors are good. Just the right amount of sweetness. And with that coffee, come on. This bakery is a dream come true. Rocketed to the top of my list, just like the Manhattan Bridge. Bahn is a traditional Korean meal consisting of rice and soup. And at Kisa, NYC on the Lower East Side, you can get such a meal in an 80s style Korean diner. Kisa is also another word for taxi driver restaurant, or that's what they tell me. And basically that means a very hearty meal that's served quickly. So you get in and out and on with your day. After all, if you're a crazy taxi driver like Axel, you're gonna want a hearty meal to keep you going around these streets of New York City. They have about 5 entrees to choose from, but we went with Bulgogi and a spicy stir-fried squid with vegetables. That includes a mountain of banchan. Not just banchan, but chanban as well. Potato jorim, roasted seaweed, soy marinated shrimp, sausage and rice cake skewer, omelet, mung bean jelly salad, kimchi, of course, and it just looks amazing. We got some soup and rice on the side, and we're gonna dig into this amazing bang. The most tricky thing is eating it, but we'll try the spicy squid first. Ooh, spicy and chewy. Squiddy. I'm gonna get some rice and my seaweed. It's It's a rice and seaweed taco. Delicious. There's some tofu in the soup, some peppers, and some cabbage. It's quite spicy. It's a lot of food, bang for your buck here. Of course, if you want alcohol, they let us sample like 4 different alcohols before we made our choice. Got some mung bean jelly salad. Very gelatinous. Potato jorim. I'll try one of the skewers. Look at that. Little gochujang sauce on that. Real spicy. It's a lot of food. Got me in the throat. All right, we got a lot of food here, so time is of the essence. We got to get back to that taxi drive-in, so let's eat. We also got a couple of glasses of alcohol. This is the plum wine, and it tastes like if Willy Wonka were to make an alcohol. That is scrumdiddlyumptious.